Cell biology. Mitochondria and chloroplast.
Hi everyone. Today I'm going to talk about the structure and functions of mitochondria and chloroplast. To begin with, I'm going to start off with mitochondria. The structure of mitochondria contains an outer membrane, inner membrane, DNA, crystal, granules, matrix, and ATP synthase particles. Alright, the function of the structures are matrix, where the citric acid cycle takes place. Next, granules, which contain ions that are involved in the ionic balance of mitochondria. Next, we have the crystal, which increases the surface area of inner membrane of the mitochondria as it is folded. Next, we have the inner membrane, which is the site of electron transport chain. Outer membrane, which is a gateway to mitochondria, which contains porine to allow smaller proteins and also protein complex to allow larger protein particles. Next, we have DNA, which helps to convert chemical energy in the form of food into ATP. Lastly, we have ATP synthase particles, which synthesize ATP into ADP. Moving forward from here, we're going to talk about chloroplast. The structure of chloroplast contains stroma, granum, thylakoid, double membrane, and also lamella. Now, I'm going to explain the functions of the structure. To begin with, thylakoid has ETC and ATP synthase for photophosphorylation. We have stroma, which has an appropriate enzyme and a suitable pH for the Calvin cycle. Lamella, which connects and separates thylakoid stacks. We have the double membrane, which evidence for endosymbiosis. Lastly, we have the granum, which is a flat membrane stack which accumulates ions. That's it. Thank you.
So now we are going to talk about the similarities of chloroplast and mitochondria. The chloroplast is a site of photosynthesis where sunlight energy, carbon dioxide, and water are converted to simple sugars. That is the food for the plants. The mitochondria, on the other hand, is a site for cellular respiration where glucose is broken down into usable cellular energy. The second similarities in which both mitochondria and chloroplasts have is the presence of circular DNA. Mitochondria and chloroplasts have strikingly similarities to bacterial cells. They have their own DNA, which is separate from the DNA found in the nucleus of the cell, and both organelles use their DNA to produce many proteins and enzymes required for their functions. So, mitochondria and chloroplasts, they are believed to have originated back when all living things on Earth were single-celled organisms. At that time, some larger eukaryotic cells with flexible membranes ate by engulfing molecules and smaller cells. Over many generations, the descendants of the eukaryotes developed mechanisms to further support this system. And concurrently, the descendants of the engulfed prokaryotes lost the ability to survive on their own, evolving into the present-day mitochondria and chloroplasts. This is why both of them are considered as the evidence of endosymbiotic theory. The next similarities that both mitochondria and chloroplasts share is the presence of double membrane. For mitochondria, the electron transport chain and chemiosmosis takes place on this membrane as part of the cellular respiration to create ATP. The cristae increase the surface area of the inner membrane, allowing for faster production of ATP because there are more places to perform the process. So, why do chloroplasts have a double membrane? Since ATP generation through ATP synthase relies on gradient-induced flow of hydrogen ions across the membrane, there needs to be a compartment where the hydrogen ions can reside at. The intermembrane space in chloroplasts serves for that function. As we all know, 80 severed ribosomes are found in the cells, but based on the endosymbiotic theory, The ribosomes found in chloroplasts and mitochondria of eukaryotes also consist of large and small subunits bound together with proteins into one 70 separate particle. Last but not least is the presence of electron transport chain. In eukaryotes, an important electron transport chain is found in the inner mitochondrial membrane, where it serves as a site of oxidative phosphorylation through the action of ATP synthase. It is also found in the thylakoid membrane of the chloroplast in the photosynthetic eukaryotes.
The following is the differences between mitochondria and chloroplasts. First, mitochondria are found in cytoplasm at almost all eukaryotic cells, while chloroplasts only found in plants, protista, and green algae. Besides, mitochondria produce large amount of energy in form of ATP from glucose, while chloroplasts produce solar energy that's stored in the chemical bonds of glucose. Moreover, mitochondria has bean shape, while chloroplast has a dish shape. The color of the chloroplast is green color, while mitochondria is colorless. There are pigments in chloroplast such as carotenoids, chlorophyll, photosynthetic pigments are found in thylakoid membrane, while mitochondria does not possess any pigments. Besides, mitochondria consumes oxygen to form ATP, while chloroplast liberates oxygen after undergoing photosynthesis. Lastly, the inner membrane of mitochondria are folded into cristae, while the inner membrane of chloroplast rises into flattened sacs as thylakoid.